Hello guys, it's Ben Cooper here from Literacy Waggle, and today we're looking at building student relationships. Building student relationships is really important. In the same way that if a head teacher has a really good relationship with their staff members, the staff members are more likely to perform well in a classroom. This works exactly the same for the children. If the children feel like they are respected and they have a good relationship with the teacher, they're much more likely to perform better in the classroom. Not to mention that we've got to remember that our children are human beings, and just as we like to be appreciated for who we are, they want to be appreciated too for the likes and interests that they have and the type of people that they are. So I'm going to give you 5 top tips of how you can build student relationships with the children in your class. Okay, top tip number 1 is greet your children in the morning. Yes, we've seen on YouTube all these crazy ways of greeting children with fist pumps and handshakes and having different handshakes for different children. But really what counts is just that you are there to say hello. If you are there to say hello, it starts the morning off much better than if you're sat at a laptop answering emails or doing work. The children may have had a hard night, they may be a bit tired, you don't know what type of environment they're coming from. The thing that children want the most is to have a nice smiling face at the beginning of the day. It doesn't have to be fancy, it doesn't have to be YouTube worthy, it just has to be a nice friendly smile. How are you? And welcome to our classroom. It also gives you a chance to assess the children on how they're feeling that day, ready for that first lesson. If a child is feeling tired or perhaps a bit hungry, then you can offer them something that might help them prepare themselves for that lesson and prepare themselves for the day. If they're coming a bit grumpy, you can cheer them up. If they feel a bit tired, you can perhaps give them a wake up, shake up before the lesson starts. It's just a really great opportunity for you to assess the children on how they're feeling at the start of the day, ready for your lessons. Okay, tip number 2, and this is probably my most valuable tip for you, is apologise. Yes, teachers, sometimes we are wrong. We do make mistakes. We forget to mark a book, we forget to do something, or we accuse a child of talking when they weren't talking, it was somebody else. Do not be afraid of apologising to those children. If you make a mistake, pull them to one side and admit that you made a mistake and apologise. The child is much more likely to appreciate that you're being honest and realise that you are a human being and that you make mistakes as well. That you're going to gain their respect, you're going to gain their trust, and more importantly, you're going to get more out of them in lessons as well, because they understand that it's okay to make mistakes and it's okay to admit when you've made them. Okay, tip number 3 is show them your personality. Sometimes as teachers we can be quite standoffish with our pupils, we can keep our personal life a bit more private, but actually I think it's a great opportunity to share that you're not just a teacher, that you are a human being as well, and you have interests, likes, and you also have things that you like to do outside of school. You're not a robot. How often do we find that when we're walking through the supermarket, we spot a pupil and they look at you like some kind of alien, as though they will never expect to see you outside of school? If you, in the classroom, you share your likes, you share your interests, you share your fears, you share the things that you want, you like to do, you share the things you don't like to do, the children appreciate that you're a human being and that you have your likes and interests too. Share with the pupils family holiday pictures, pictures of your children, pictures of you doing activities like sport, because you are a great role model for them children. And if they see you doing these exciting things, then they will want to do them too. It's also a great way of making learning real. If you make it linked to your personal life or to the children's personal lives, it makes them understand that learning takes place not just in the classroom but outside of it too. So it can have benefits for the learning in your classroom as well. Okay, tip number 4 is spend time with your pupils at playtime and lunchtime. Yes, I know we're all busy and we want to photocopy and prepare for our lessons and just take a moment to just have a break from our children, but try once a week or once every 2 weeks, go outside, talk to your children, spend time with them playtime. Not necessarily when you're on duty, but just to go outside, have a kick around or play netball with the children, or just sit on a bench and chat to some of the children, because you're more likely to find out things that you actually didn't know about the children previously. They're more likely to open up to you about difficulties they're having in class, outside of class, friendship issues, and also they see that you're a human being as well, you like to chat to them, and they see you more on a personal level, and so they'll appreciate you more inside the classroom if you appreciate who they are outside the classroom. Our final tip for today is keep a conversation register. So at the end of each day or the end of a couple of days, tick off the children that you remember speaking to, not about necessarily their learning, but just about who you said hello to, who you've spoken to, who you had a conversation with. Quite often we always have those children that slip the net and we don't always spend as much time as we should with. If you keep a quick register and tick off the children that you've had a conversation with, you'll start to identify the children that you actually naturally speak to less, whether it because they're quieter, whether it because they're a bit more independent. These children shouldn't be avoided, these children need that social communication as well, so you can identify the children that you're going to make a mission to speak to over the next few days, so that by the end of the week or by the end of 2 weeks, you know that you've spoken and had a really good conversation with every single pupil in your class. It's a really good way of ensuring that you're spreading yourself across all the children. And so those are our 5 tips to developing student relationships. I hope they've been helpful. If you have your own ideas of how to build student relationships, then please comment below in the YouTube or on our Facebook page. We'll be happy to share them with everybody else. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We share lots of videos sharing lots of different teaching ideas with different subjects. We try and do it weekly, so please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'm Ben Cooper from Literacy Waggle. I hope this video has been helpful and have a really good day.